I'm set on my end.
Hear what? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the return of Crypto Inferno, proudly brought to you by Sigea Cloud Labs for the finest in mobile privacy. Think Sigea Cloud Labs. And we are also sponsored tonight by Breaking Balls Podcast. So if you need your balls broken, we are certainly the people to do it. You got Scott. You got the lovely Belle. Belle, how are you doing tonight?
You know what? I'm giggling after that intro song. That was great.
That was awesome. All I got to do is kick out a whole bunch of lyrics and throw it into Suno and say, make me feel like I'm on American Bandstand. Or I'm sorry, Soul Train. Soul Train. I used the Soul Train prompt, and that's what came out. It was wonderful. But Crypto Inferno is never, ever complete without the one, the only, the Joe Cosmos DeFi of Dead Cat Media. How you doing tonight, Joe?
Doing good. I hope it doesn't say Cosmos DeFi on the screen. No, it doesn't. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been waiting for years for lawsuits against these crypto foundations. It looks like we might have two, so this is going to be a fun one. We're going to scorch it up on Disco Inferno.
Yeah, man. We got two of them coming already. Did you say Disco Inferno? We're Crypto Inferno. Jesus Christ, Joe. Sorry. This is why we don't have you back that often, dude. I mean,
That's why I don't go live.
You're not even liquored up, dude. It's Crypto Inferno. It was literally your name. You literally tripped up the name, and here we are. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it, man. I think it's kind of funny that you got myself, you got you got Bell, and all we get is FUD and stirring the pot and hate, and you guys suck, and yeah. But it just seems like everything we talk about, we're right. And it's I hate to be right about stuff like this, but let's go ahead and start with Kadena, because this one is kind of deep. Now, I don't know what your research led you to believe. My research literally showed that they were shorting this thing seconds after that announcement. That announcement came out.
That was the allegation that I saw as well.
And immediately, teams, devs, insiders, everybody is shorting this thing, and some of them are shorting it with leverage, right? Because Kadena is the thing that's going to bring the only thing that's capable of bringing TradFi out here to the DeFi, and yeah. And that thing not only nuked, bro, it nuked like instantly. Man, we're talking. The only thing in recent memory that fell as fast as that one was Mantra. And we knew that one was horseshit. I mean, right from the get-go, we kind of knew that one was horseshit. So this one was a little different, man, because they had you had like JP Morgan had their name on this thing, $100 million to build this out, and all that other bullshit that comes along with it. And it rugged, I mean, just like that. They said, okay, we're all done. Not heads up, we're going to wind down, we're going to release part of our staff, none of that stuff. It just said, okay, we're all done, and boom. This is one of the most obvious and blatant rugs that we've had inside of the last few months. I'd love to hear your take on that, Joe.
All right, we could start from the beginning, but this is the beginning, right? I first saw this. Kadena is not even on my radar ever. And I see the tweet, and I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. The foundation's not sustainable. We know none of them are sustainable. We know the only way they could pay salaries is by selling their own token that they issue to retail. They market the token specifically to pay themselves, right? That's more than half, let's say, of all the altcoin foundations out there. Then they rug, and again, I'm looking at this as, all right, it makes sense. Like, it's just bad business. We're in a tough market for altcoins. They ran out of money, and that's that. Soon as I start reading Twitter, and then I look at their own Twitter where you can't even reply to the announcement, and I could see they're bull posting up to the day that they announced this. They're at a hackathon when it happens. They're advertising on their website more events that are coming where their foundation is featured as speakers at these events. And then they rug everybody. Then they sell their token, allegedly shorting it with leverage. Like, they're based in the United States. There are going to be repercussions, because I already see an organized effort to press charges, go to the courts with this. I've been dying for this to happen for the longest time. I thought that if I saw a lawsuit, it would be over governance. I thought I would see a bunch of whale holders take the validator sets to court over horrible governance. This is so much more straightforward. I think that the fact that the evidence is all over the internet and on the blockchain, I think you'll see momentum here, because I see tweets of people like, oh, I lost 50 grand. I lost 30 grand. Holy hell, man. This is a bloodbath.
Yeah, so. But the question, Joe, and you know the answer, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it anyway. These Americans that were doing this over here in America, what are the odds that they're still in America? No, you know the answer, man. Just go ahead and shout it out, because we all know the answer. There is no way in hell that they are still on U.S. soil.
It seems like a lot of the team was in the dark about this, and it just got announced. Small, insider group, and kind of rugged their own team as well, because these people were at a hackathon. They're advertising this creator contest it's still going on, by the way. If you're making Kadena content, you could enter the contest and win some stuff. I guess that's going on for another 2 days, and they pull the plug. But obviously, because crypto is so disorganized, they think they can get away with stuff like this. The fact that they're based in America leads me to believe, at the very least, these people will be marked, and they will not be able to work for another U.S. organization, at least for a long time. I think there's a good chance this goes to court because you're not allowed to trade tokens, assets, whatever you want to call them, based on this privileged information that the public doesn't have. You're advertising your token to retail up until the day you decide to dump it on insider info. This, I hate to say this, but the Howey test doesn't apply. If the government wants to make an example out of an American company in order to usher in regulations for DeFi, they're probably going to do it. I don't think that we should be giving them the opportunity to do so with such a straightforward rug pull here. What a bunch of dummies. At least British Virgin Islands. Why are you based in New Jersey? Like what is wrong with you?
Because crypto's not ugly enough, bro. All right, we got to make this shit stupidly obvious right out there for everybody that this is not a serious space. That's what it is. I said it last night. I'm saying it tonight. I will be saying it till the end of time. This is not a serious space. I think it was to an extent, and when it became a game of foundations, when they realized like, well, Ethereum did it, why can't we do it? And then they realized, oh, because our network sucks. And at least Ethereum, they have actual finance going on over there. They're doing constant upgrades. They're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, it seems. I don't want to jinx it, but some of these other fly by night organizations, like, dude, can we drop names on your channel, or is that not allowed? You drop any name you want, dude. What the hell? Nobody listens. Go for
it. Archway, like, they raised like $30 million, never launched a damn thing. So what they do to me?
Hey! Before you get there, they launched an NFT collection. Remember, you bought it, you cracked the egg, and an NFT came out. You don't remember that?
It crashed. I couldn't get on.
Okay,
I remember that.
It doesn't. But they did launch something. It was.
Let me tell you, there's two problems happening simultaneously here in crypto, and every single person that's holding a token where there's a foundation associated with that blockchain, this is what you need to know. And this is, I would say, at least 50% of what I encounter, maybe 80% of what I encounter. There's a foundation, there's the blockchain, which is the network, the infrastructure, and then there's a token. Whatever happens on the blockchain is generally not what causes the token to go up and down. And whatever happens within the organization doesn't translate into positive activity on the network or positive price action for the token. These are three completely disconnected things that share a name. And the organizations launch, let's say they get VC funding over here, they get US dollars or equivalent, and then they issue a token over here to the network. And that's what they're going to use to pay all their expenses. And they could sit on this investment money to pay their salaries. They just issue tokens. It's not backed by anything. There's not enough liquidity to cash people out. So if one whale decides to exit, everybody knows it because they could see the charts. And the foundation just wags the dog so they could pay salaries and travel expenses as long as they possibly can. When they get near the end of the runway, you'll see members of that organization start to take roles elsewhere. So now they have two jobs. They get paid over here, they get paid over here, right? It's what makes it wrong is that the foundations get the tokens for free because they give them to themselves at Genesis. They vote with them in governance, and they are allowed to accumulate more by staking. Kadena's proof of work, I get that, but that's what I see when I, look at the relationship between the foundations and the token and the network. They are not really correlated. When there's activity on one, it doesn't mean things are humming on with the others. That's what I got.
And speaking of lawsuits, because we're going to get to another one that just got spun up over there. We'll get into that one, man, because we finally, and this is what's funny. This is what's always funny to me, man. I've already been through bubbles before. I'm a little bit older than you. I was through the .com bust. So I've already been through bubbles. I understand what I'm looking at, how it works, all that other good stuff. And when you get towards the tail end of a bubble, you get very, very convoluted very, very hard to understand financial products because you want to get people back in with the get rich quick. The get rich already happened. The people who did already did. I mean, there is no more. You're it. Everybody else is just trying to hang on and see what they can do with it. But the financial products get very, very convoluted. They get very, very confusing. Very few people can understand them. So up with and we've had key opinion leaders, which again is the douchiest expression I've ever heard. Joe's a Cole. He gets paid to do this. No. He gets paid. You know what? You're sponsored by Sigea Cloud now, ass. All right. So you are in fact a key opinion leader, man. So just lean into it, Joe. All right. I lean into it. I don't care. But what I'm getting at is they get very, very confusing towards the end of it, like what you're seeing in crypto right now, where you are
with the airdrops alone. Look how hard the airdrops got the last year and a half.
And it's done deliberately. All right. It's done.
How hard is it to give away free tokens? You budget a specific percentage of your supply to give away for free. Why are you making it like a decathlon to claim like $50 worth of what they're doing is exactly what you said they're doing. They're overcomplicating things. They're trying to make the shiny objects seem even shinier so people chase them. But what they're doing within the foundations is simply paying salaries. I highly doubt most of these people work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. And here's the thing. You're going to call yourself a startup. If you're a startup, you're a founder of a startup, you're not working 40 hours a week. You sure as hell ain't working 15. You're working like 100 hours a week. And that's the nature of startups. These people that work in the foundations, first of all, I'm sure lots of them are anonymous. Maybe they get paid from multiple different baskets of treasury, and they simply are not employable in the real world. That's why a lot of these characters gravitate to crypto. It's been gray area for a while. It's going to get better, especially in the United States with the legislation, which seems to be on the right track and definitely not a net negative for the space if you're a believer in transparency, organization, accountability, and all that. I don't trust these foundations. I have a whole bunch of content lined up, one for Algorand. I just did a quick one about the Interchain Foundation, which controls Cosmos. These foundations cannot be trusted. Even if they mean well, they are terrible at doing what they set out to do.
Okay. I got you, man. You seem like you've been holding that in for a while, haven't you, bro?
I've been reading the transparency reports and financial reports, and you get to like the third page, and you're like, "Oh my God, they should not have put that in this report." Oh my, like, why are they admitting to this? Like, who signed off on that? Who got fired for that? The transparent Algorand's the one I'm reading now. They put out a confession every 3 months.
We weren't even like, talking about Algorand, Joe. What the hell are you doing here?
Did we
add our content?
We will.
Up and look at him go.
We will.
Go.
Let's
go ahead,
go back.
No. You go ahead. It's a Joe show. All right. Go.
Everything you said is right. I have always hated these foundations. If you're issuing tokens, there needs to be more scrutiny. Retail can't be stupid forever. They don't like scrutiny.
You what? Retail can't be stupid forever.
We're going to run out of money soon.
Is this your first day in crypto, bro? Retail is just dying to be blown up. I'm telling you, man. Look, I said it a long time ago. I'm going to double down on that. It's a rite of passage. All right, on the crypto world, it's a rite of passage to get blown up. It's like the teardrop tattoo on your eye. That's what it is. But it should be a big down red arrow on your eye, just stacked them up all the way around to your ear, so that if you're meeting somebody, you know that they're in crypto. It's like, oh, hey, how's it going, man? Yeah, you've been here a while. That's.
I'm not getting that tattoo.
That should be the next one, man. I'm telling you. Anybody who wants that tattoo, I will pay for it. All right. Brought to you by Sigea Cloud. We'll pay for it. Just get the red arrows tattooed down the side of your face so we all know that you've been in crypto for a while. So let me ask you this, Joe, because I already know what my answer is here. What's next for Kadena before we soldier on to our next lawsuit that's in the works right now? What's next for Kadena?
This is what's next. This is what's next for Kadena. Guys, you read the announcement. If you're a holder of KDA, don't worry because there is a plan. Here's the plan.
Okay.
Here's the plan.
Yeah.
They're going to turn it over to the community. So now the community is in charge of this slop, this mess. They already extracted everything they can, and they're like, we'll just hand it. Look how decentralized we are. We're going to hand it over to the community. No one wants that at all.
You know what this
because
is?
there's nothing left. It's ridiculous.
You know what?
It'd be like if you had a restaurant and all your customers were also your shareholders, and you had a $1 million lien on the building and a whole bunch of lawsuits for poisoning your customers. And then you move to another country. You're like, I'm going to turn it over to the customers now. The customers are in charge.
There you go.
Nobody wants Kadena. It's ridiculous.
All
it's
right.
ridiculous.
You know what it is? I'm looking for a metaphor, and I'm going to go to Detroit.
There's none.
No, there is, man. It's Detroit, 2009, 2010. And you know where I'm going with this. There was such a glut of people walking away from burned out houses. There's nothing left. You could literally go on and buy these houses for $1. Here's your house.
They were like 10 grand for like a 5-bedroom house. I remember seeing them on Zillow.
Take it, man. Please get it off our books. That's what Kadena just did, and they just did it to their whole community. All right, here you go. It's great. It needs a little work. It's a fixer-upper, but here you go. Here's the keys. Welcome to your new home.
Yeah,
and
there's well water down the street. Yeah,
the showers don't work. The toilets are clogged up. But don't worry, man. It's gonna be great. Put a little work into it. You can bring it back to its former glory. That's what they just did. Stay away. All right. You should never been in this shit. But stay the fuck away from this, because I guarantee you the Coles are going to be out in force. Never been a better time to die. And you're going to have the community members, all the new community members. Remember this? Nobody does this anymore, Joe. You guys, Belle, you remember that? The Diamond Hand
please don't do that.
No, I am.
I've never seen that.
I'm taking it back. All right, I'm taking it back. We've got to, I'm a big fan of nostalgia. And the Diamond Hand, remember that? Holding forever. All these guys taking these pictures of that. I'm never selling. They're like, they all want to try to be Jordan Belfort in the Wolf of Wall Street. I ain't fucking leaving. Yeah, you are. You are, because there ain't nothing left here, man, but a burned out Hulk. So to the Kadena people, and the only proof of work blockchain that is capable of bringing TradFi out to the DeFi, I salute you. It was... I'm sure you guys had a lot of fun, and your founders walked away with a whole shitload of money. But hey, community, it's all yours now, babe. It's all yours. It's like a rental tuxedo, Belle. You don't know because you never rented one. You get as much use of out of it as you can, and then you ball it up. You cram it through the mail slot. At 11:59, and he say, "Hey, here's your tuxedo back." That's Kadena right now. All right, Belle, do we?
And it's covered with all kinds of bodily fluids on top of it. So yay!
That does not have to be semen. That could be anything. All right, that could be anything. You don't know. You're not a lab. All right, you don't know. Real quick, Belle.
I didn't say what kind of fluid it was. I just said bodily fluids,
Yeah,
Joe. I mean, you're a teacher. Quote me. What did I say?
It's probably semen. I'm just
jizz. Yeah, I'm like,
jizz. You remember that? You remember that from Smoking Aces? I know you saw the movie.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Remember
That's
that?
That's a good one.
On his coat, on his lambskin coat. What is this? That's jizz. That's what Kadena just left you. All right, Belle, real quick. Anything, questions, comments, concerns on the Kadena thing before we move on to the next lawsuit that's brewing up right now in the form of ASI? But Belle, if we got anything, please go ahead.
Oh, we've got a few.
Okay.
So anyway, Paradigm Miner, thank God I did not get into Kadena.
And I never personally touched it. Joe is going to come out and say, well, I watch it, because he always does. He's Captain Hindsight on this show. Joe, how much Kadena did you own? Don't lie. I can look, dude. None. I can look.
Oh, this is the best part. They just got listed on Coinbase today.
You can't write this shit, dude. I'm going to give another round of applause right there for Kadena. Allow me to take the microphone for a moment and say that the cryptocurrency space has always had the utmost integrity, led by true visionary type of leaders that always exercise proper judgment. Mm-hmm. Belle, please carry on. Do you like that? Did you like Jason? Clip that part and post it so that I have cover.
That was really good PBS voice, almost. I mean, almost PBS.
Yes. Brought to you by Milt's Soda Biscuits. Come on, Bill.
right.
Get whatever's
All
left
right.
in. We're going to go on to the ASI. What a shit show that's turning into.
Sigea fan, wow, another rug that I completely missed out on. Had not heard about it.
Yeah, because
Nuclear Chicken actually posted that on our Discord the minute it broke.
yeah, and New Type was asking me about that last night, but I was live.
Or no, it was New Type.
Yeah.
It was New Type. Sorry.
Yeah, and he was posting that last night, but we were live, so I didn't get to look into it. He said, "Hey, did you hear Kadena rugged?" And I was like, "Well, okay, color me shocked." They're just next. They're not even, but we're going to get better after this.
You're right.
They are just the next. And we'll have
I've been waiting for capitulation for like 2 years. I was absolutely shocked we didn't see it in like 2023 heading into 2024. Altcoins need a capitulation. They really haven't had it. If this is the canary in the coal mine, I'm here for it. Let's cleanse the space and then let's look at what actually works. And then we'll have some best practices and worst practices at the end of this.
God,
and I'll be happy.
You are such a teacher, man. You are such a positive influence on my life. I don't understand how you could see this kind of atrocity day after day after day and say, yeah, but we're going to learn. God, man, you're wonderful, man. You're absolutely wonderful. You're dead wrong, but you're wonderful. Belle, please carry on. If we got anything else, we got to get to ASI. We got a lot to get to tonight, guys. We haven't even touched.
We got the live read when we come back from commercial too.
Yeah.
All right, so Paradigm Miner, Bitcoin only.
And
we don't give financial advice for one thing, and I mean we do tell you what we're into. I'm not into Bitcoin.
As soon as I can store users' data on Bitcoin, I'm on it. All right, I'm 100% into Bitcoin because now it actually works with the protocol that we built. But until that happens, then I still have to live out here on the fringes. But I'm very, very specific on the fringes that I live on. See some of our old videos. And one more bell, and then we got to do a live read. Then we got to play another song. Then we got to get into ASI. Then we got to get into ICF. Then, it's just a day of news. Go ahead, Belle.
All right, so Sigea fan, is Joe testing Sigea Cloud?
Yeah, I've been playing with it. I've on the mobile
playing with it.
The test flight version. I was using it, and Scott sent me some stuff back and forth. We did the video. What was that, like a week and a half ago on my channel? It's the last one that I uploaded. About a 20-minute kind of bird's eye view of what it is, what the features are that Web 2 and Web 3 people can appreciate, and just some of the issues with cloud providers that most people blindly trust with all their important data.
I want you to think about this for a second, Joe, and because Bella and I thought about this years ago as we were designing exactly what we were designing. If I was to send you an image, a picture of myself, based on what your cursory understanding of AI and your usage of it, could you make me from that image do effectively anything that you want me to do?
Probably.
Yeah.
And I've already heard, I know where you're going with this because I've heard it's not good.
No,
so
it's not good, guys. You got to protect your data. All right, that's what we do. Thank you.
And don't put pictures of your kids on social media.
Oh, for God's sakes, don't do that. Do Sigea Cloud, knock yourself out. All right, Belle, we're gonna get back to whatever else is left. We have a new sponsor. Belle, did you know that we had a new sponsor of the of Crypto Inferno? Did you know?
No, I mean, some things apparently didn't hit the desk of the producer.
No, they didn't, but you're about to hear it because it's I did not prepare this, all right? This has nothing to do with me. But we have a new sponsor. Joe's going to tell us all about it. It is not Mitch and Randy's funeral parlor. It is not Tom's big bag of broken glass. And it is certainly not Getting the Van. It is something else entirely. It is taking the crypto world by storm. Joe's going to tell us. Joe's going to tell us all about it as I cue up the next song. So, Joe, please tell the show producer about our new sponsor.
The sponsor's DGen Draft. Oh my God. Hey, DGens, it's 3 a.m. You're glued to those charts, sweet talking your Solana wallet like it's your soulmate. Just one more pump, baby. Your portfolio's swinging wilder than the Ethereum gas fees, dumping harder than a Cardano bear market. Twitter's a wasteland of TA, FUD, and bots. No dates, no friends, just you, your heavy bags, and Lambo dreams. Sound familiar? Thought so. Enter DGen Draft, the zero alcohol beer for crypto grinders who skip sleep for the next Bitcoin halving. Brewed with hops from the 21 Bull Run, a dash of HODL tears, and that salty FOMO kick sharper than a polka dot outage. No booze, no crashes, just crisp fuel for all-night MACD binges. Why bother? Your trades already give you headaches. No need for hangovers or a girlfriend when you're aping into AMAX, screaming LFG to your ghosted Discord server. DGen Draft keeps you sharp, hydrated, and diamond-handed through the chaos. Snag your DGen Draft at dgendraft.com. Link is in the bio, duh. And yeah, stay weird, stack sats, toast solo to the moonshot tokens you've got in your portfolio. DGen Draft.
And we'll be right back, folks.
Spinning like a wheel. He's got moves so slick, they don't even feel real. Bella's in the corner with a sparkling grin. Scott's counting steps, but he's ready to dive in. They say the floor's on fire tonight. They say the grooves are digital delight. Crypto Inferno, baby. Burn it down. Spinning that sound, spinning that sound. Crypto Inferno, honey. Light it up. Never enough, never enough. Never enough. Never enough. Never enough. Bella's throwing glitter like it's digital dust. Joe's got a pocket full of funky trust. Scott's doing moves like a robot king. The whole room's buzzing. Let the crypto sing. They say the bass line's got no chill. They say the beats are electric. Feel the thrill. Crypto Inferno, baby. Burn it down. Spinning that sound, spinning that sound. Crypto Inferno, honey. Light it up. Never enough, never enough, never enough. Never enough. Never enough. Never enough.
Not much like that, and very braggy. It's so brave. English way.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, kids, welcome back to Crypto Inferno. Thank you, thank you. I want to see Belle. Belle, grab the screen real quick.
Yeah, of
Did
course.
you
I'll
like
grab
that one?
it.
Were you dancing? Did you have the arms up? Were you dancing like very like we dance terribly? Were you doing?
You know what? I wasn't dancing because I was laughing too hard about the new channel sponsor.
Oh, we're all over it. By the way, I'll tell you what. I will give a Sigea Cloud. What was the name of the sponsor, Joe? What was it? DGen Draft.
That was
DGen
DGen Draft.
Okay, yeah. I'll give a Sigea grab bag. This is full of little Sigea swag to anybody who will create us an icon, because I think it needs to go either above us or below us right there on the screen, Belle. What do you think? We got to have that DGen Draft in there somewhere. I thought getting the van was funny, but it's just not going to be a good icon. I guess you look like you're getting abducted. It was funny. These are funny libraries. We got to bring those back, man. We definitely got to bring them back for Crypto Inferno. All right. So, Belle, I'm going to posit you something, because the reason that Sigea Cloud exists right now, the thing that got it off the ground and what made it happen, was a little protocol, little AI protocol that called FET. And I'm sure that you remember FET, because back in the day, and if you pull up the chart, you can see the whole thing. This is what I was doing. We were validating on we actually had a validator on another long lost protocol called Bitcana. I'm sure you remember Bitcana. And as I was the single largest holder of Bitcana at the time, all of my tokens were shut up, Joe. All my tokens were staked on my own validator, and all of that, those staking rewards, and it was up there at the time, all of it became FET. And then when I got the funny feeling about Bitcana and I exited that position, all of that became FET. And it all became FET when it was between 6 and 8 cents, Bell. I'm sure you remember this because I was getting emails and texts from her. You got to stop. And I said, nope. This is the one. I'm waiting for it. This is going to be the one. My digital twin. That's what I was waiting for. Belle, you remember that? My digital twin.
I do. And they also had a social media platform they were working on.
They did. And that just got abandoned, even though I thought it was a pretty good social media platform. But all of that turned into FET. And then suddenly the AI narrative struck up and FET shot up to about $5. Now, from $5 to $3, I was exiting my position. And if you go back and look at our videos, I'm literally showing you exiting that position. I know a hype bubble when I see it. And they were not far enough along to justify that kind of valuation. And I'm more than happy to capitalize on other people's mistakes. This is a brutal space. I didn't hide it. I was right out there in front of it. I was literally showing you those transactions. But that funding that I was able to siphon out of that protocol led to Sigea Cloud that is likely on some of your phones. And if it's not on your phone, the hell, man, what do we got to do to convince you to use free private storage? I don't get it, but we'll sort that out. But I never even look back, because once I sell and I'm out of a protocol, I'm out. But FET did something that was a little bit weird, because you had FET, you had Singularity, and you had Ocean. And these were the three big. Joe, do you remember these? These were the three big AI platforms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to wrap everything together, form the ASI, and I forgot it was, I don't even remember what the acronym stands for, but it becomes ASI. Joe, you can pull it up on CoinGecko. But the token that they held onto was FET. So what FET did was mint a whole shitload of tokens to give over to the Ocean people, to give over to the Singularity people, and it all fell under FET. So what just happened recently, and if one of you, either Joe or Bell, can you pull it up, because I think FET's sitting around 24 cents right now, something like that. But what happened is apparently Ocean got funny feelings about all of this stuff, and all of the tokens that were gifted over to them from the ASI, they dumped, which was to the tune of about $100 million. That they have been completely exiting that position, which brings us to our second lawsuit, because that's the one that's spinning up now, is what FET and Singularity are going to do going after Ocean. Let me save you the mystery here. This is not NCIS, all right? They're not going to get to the bottom of it. It's already been gotten to the bottom of. We know exactly what happened here, but nothing is going to come of this, because when you play in the casino, that's what we say now, right? Doesn't matter what kind of malfeasance occurred, Kadena, but when you play in the casino, you expect to lose your money, but apparently everybody did over here. So one of you guys give me the price. Bell, what's the price of FET right now?
You were right. It was 24 cents.
24 cents. So there we go. We're going to give a round of applause. So that's from $5 per token down to 24 cents. All right, that's not even a round trip, man. That is just absolutely ludicrous speed that they seem to jump in there, hit the gas, and say, fuck it, let's see how low we can make this token go. They've never delivered anything. That's always kind of been my problem with FET, Singularity, everything. They talk a good game. They really, really do. They've made some national news. They've done all this stuff, but they've never actually delivered anything. Bell, I have a very specific question for you before we get into this. Are you using your virtual twin?
No.
No. But if you go to CoinGecko and actually read the description of the FET token, what is right up there on top? Are you looking at it right now? Go ahead and pull it up. Read it for the audience. Read it for everybody. What does it say?
Yeah. FET AI is delivering AI to the crypto economy. Digital twins powered by artificial intelligence can provide automation to decentralized finance that can serve the needs of a single user or aggregate millions of data points for on-chain oracles.
And that's perfect. So they've been talking about this for 4 years. For 4 years, they're going to perfect that digital twin. It's going to take care of everything. Belle, you remember we've had long conversations about this. It is now 4 years later. Are you using your digital twin yet, Belle?
No. And I haven't gone to Germany, so I wasn't able to take part in using the parking spot finder that they spun up either.
Yeah, all the other silly stuff that they have seemed to fund up. Now, I'm a big fan of consumer applications. We've built a consumer application. I'm a co-founder. This is the co-founder. We've built a consumer application, but we actually understand what we built, why we built it, how we built it, and how we can monetize it. See, FET never did that. So as opposed to, as Joe's talking about, consolidation, as opposed to fighting it out between FET, between Ocean, between Singularity, they said, fuck it, we'll all throw together, pool our resources into one single token. But the only token that really got shellacked here was FET. And the only people who really got screwed on this are anybody that's holding the FET token. So that's going to be the next one. Joe, I told you we were talking about this. I said this is going to be the second one because the class action lawsuit, it's already going all over Twitter. I would love your thoughts on this, Mr. Crypto Inferno Cosmos DeFi.
Yeah, I remember when the merger was going through and I was like, there's no way to merge tokens. No. I just don't see how it's possible.
Nope.
I don't even think you could merge stablecoins. I don't know, right? There's no way to merge tokens. I didn't think it was going to work. I was surprised that they even did it. I'm not surprised that it didn't work out. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're just like, yeah, fuck it. I knew it wasn't gonna happen. Is that it? That you got no more input on this. You suck, man.
Well, what, like you said, they've delivered nothing. Singularity Net has been around forever.
Yes.
They've been around. Do a deep dive on Singularity Net. You'll find some crazy stuff. You want to go down rabbit holes. Singularity Net and the Saudi royal family, look at that on the internet. And they've all delivered nothing. Like you said, I can't be bothered with these things that are promised. I want to, like, give me the thing first and then don't promise anything. And then let me figure out if it's cool or not. Don't tell me how cool the thing is going to be when you just thought of it yesterday and you have no reasonable means to make it and deliver it. And it's been years. So I don't know. I'm not surprised this didn't work out. I am not a fan of mergers because you have three things going on at the same time. You have a blockchain, you have a foundation, and you have a token. A lot of times these three things are completely disjointed. Now you have 9 things. You're merging, right? Like, what are we smushing?
Oh, God.
Like, what are we smushing together here for the merger? When two publicly traded companies merge, one of them is valued in US dollars. And then the other company goes, well, we have exactly that much cash. We're going to buy it for the agreed upon valuation in US dollars. But if we're going to sit here in crypto world and say, well, this blockchain is valued in this token's market cap, and then the one over there is valued in the other token's market cap, you're not realistically talking apples and apples. The market cap of a token is not the valuation of the blockchain. I would say the valuation of the token should be the liabilities of the founding organization that issues it, but we're not ready to have that conversation.
Oh, how dare you go there? I knew you were going to go there eventually. I knew Joe was going to go there.
Things cost money, and we never hear about how much things cost. We hear free. It's free.
Where you at? Free. Where are you at on that, Bill?
Okay, well, normally free is one of my favorite four-letter F words. I mean, you guys can speculate about what all the others are. Okay, normally free is one of my favorite four-letter F words. Honestly, with all of this happening, again, I've got a freaking Britney Spears song stuck in my head that has a very repetitive chorus, and I have a feeling we're going to hear that same tune now because I just put the
What?
earworm in all your heads.
Every single Britney Spears song has repetitive choruses. Which one are you talking about here? She's not deep, all right? She's not like
Oops,
changing.
I did it again.
Oh my goodness. She's
Come
not.
on.
She's not changing the world with her lyrics. She leaves that to like U2 and whoever. That was a band, all right. They were a band. They made music.
Aren't they
all right?
still a band?
No, come on, man. No one's waiting for the next U2 album to drop. Bell.
No. Oh, I
That
know,
was the
but
thing.
yeah.
All right. So the FET.
I feel like I'm gonna put out one more thing though. I kind of feel like I broke FET because I was talking with some of their leadership before they made their first merger. Okay, I was actually telling them, hey, I would like to see FET be used for, practical things. Because again, they
Anything.
were working on the social media. They had the parking spot finder. That way you could reserve your parking spot. It's like, okay, well, you guys aren't going far enough. We need better AI tech in medical equipment. You guys really should focus on that. And oh yeah, we'll check into it.
And they actually
then
had
the first merger.
they actually had a cool thing going with that because they were using that to they were using the AI for diabetic people, and to actually be able to analyze long-term trends, figure out what they're going, what they're doing, what they're going on, how much insulin they should be doing. I mean, it was a really, really cool thing, but it's like most of crypto. It's neat. You have an idea, you sit down, you vibe code it for about 20 minutes, and you say, fuck it. But you've made the announcement. You already put it out, so you have to pretend
I
that
was
this is...
excited. I was excited when I heard that. I mean, are you kidding? I am a diabetic. And yeah, I use an insulin pump with AI tech that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And I thought that was going to be a thing. But it's like everything else that FET touches. It's a neat idea. They make the announcement, then they try to make it happen, and then they just forget about it. I mean, Cosmos is not immune to this. We have Ori. Joe, you remember Ori? ORAI, you remember that one? It's still out there.
I went to one of their events. In New York City. I got to hang out with Cosmos Haas at it. It was fun. But I don't know what the point of it is. I wasn't there to network. I was there to explore rooftop open bars.
Okay, well, which is a good thing because I've spent a lot of time on Ori, and the only thing I haven't found over there is AI anything. I mean, absolutely nothing, man. They're just a chain that says AI. And yeah, they pumped with the rest of the AI stuff, man. But to this day, they still don't do anything. I'm like, what the fuck is your purpose, man? It's a perfect crypto. I'm just going to kind of leave it there. So yeah, the Ocean FET Alliance is now talking about we're going to go after Ocean and and we're going to sue them, class action lawsuit. So if you own or have touched FET, this is how cheesy it is, Joe. They said respond to this thread on X. So we'll make sure that you're included in the class action lawsuit. I was like,
sounds official. Yeah.
Is this what we've been reduced to? This is crypto now. This is how far we've fallen. That it's going to end up turning into lawsuits after lawsuits after lawsuits that are bridges to nowhere. Because damn good and well, there's not a judge in the world that's going to take that case, look at this, and go, "Are you fucking kidding me here? Really? This seems like a whole lot of nerds nerding out, and I'm not going to waste my time or the court's time with any of this. It's going nowhere. Go ahead and clip it, mark it. We're time date stamp. We don't pull down videos. All of these things are going nowhere. It just makes people who got blown up feel better. FET is sitting at 24 cents. But Ocean just walked away with $100 million. And odds are good you're not going to hear anything out of any of them ever again. They got their money. They walked away. They'll come up with new nom de plumes, and they'll spin up new AI projects somewhere else, because you don't actually have to know AI. You just have to know how to talk AI. That's enough in the crypto space. Just be able to use the correct verbiage. Where am I wrong here, Joe?
I think it will go somewhere if there's a treasury associated with any one of these,
Oh, God.
because the SEC loves to go after treasuries. If there's not a 9-figure treasury sitting somewhere, I think this will go somewhere. But that's the.
And I'm.
It's not gonna go anywhere for retail. I'm not saying that.
No, you
but
guys
I'm saying
are
there will
screwed.
be. There'll be fines levied if there's a treasury to pay the fines.
Yeah, and that's it, man. You know who you go after? You go after the deepest wallet. That's
deep
it.
pocket.
Everybody else is pretty well screwed on here. All right, Bell. That kind of wraps up the FET AI thing. I have not touched the token since I sold the token, and the lowest price I sold it at was $3.18. So
good for you.
Yeah. Wait. Come on, dude. This is not my first day in crypto, man. And you know a good place if you want to exit a position that has deep pockets, because my slippage was dick, and I exited, believe this or not, dude, I exited on osmosis back when Osmo still had money and the slippage was not so brutal. I actually exited my FET position on osmosis because FET was a Cosmos product way back in the day. I don't even know if they still are. I don't think anybody's buying FET, but yeah, that's how long ago that was. But hey, you know what? It built me an app, dude.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good for
it
you.
Served its only purpose. There will be an app coming from FET one way or another.
Sure. And that's how we're going to market it. All right, Bell, anything on that? Because we got to get into some ICF stuff, because this is Joe's
I know.
wheelhouse.
We've got Reese standing by to wait and hear all about ICF. So
Go.
We do have quite a few comments. So Bud, can we get Eric the Neck on? Dude vanished. We're trying, Bud.
We're trying.
We are absolutely trying.
Let me tell you guys something. Eric sits on the board of directors of Sigea Cloud Labs. All right, we have been as transparent as we possibly can. We haven't asked you guys for a nickel. We don't have a token, but I understand the direction and the hate and the concern for him. I assure you, I talk to the guy every single day, and when he gets some clear time, because he's as busy as anybody else, we'll get him on the show. You can ask whatever questions you want. Bell, please carry on.
All right, G Torres. With that tattoo, everyone would be like, "Hey, you've had a hard one, huh?"
Carlos,
we would all be in a tattoo cult we can call the community.
Every single tattoo that you people put on your face of the red arrow pointing down, I will pay for. You got to show me that tattoo. It's got to be real, and I will personally fund it, because we got to take it back, right? It's all about community, right? Because everybody out here is screwed. It's all about community. At least you got a memory from it. Joe loves this idea. Carry on, Bell.
All right, so Monero Dinero, should I sell my Kadena bags for Beyond Meat?
I would laugh at that if Beyond Meat wasn't up like 600%. I mean, this thing absolutely exploded, and it makes me beg the question for the people who are buying Beyond Meat stock. Have you ever tasted meat? Because Beyond Meat doesn't taste anything like it. Joe is Italian, so he could tell you all about meat, but Beyond Meat is not it. It's not even close. But
Still, I think there's more value in Beyond Meat than the Kadena bag. So I would say, and this is not financial advice, this is normal everyday life. I would say, okay, you'd get more value out of the Beyond Meat, in my opinion.
At least, oh my God, that's perfect. At least there would be something on your dinner plate. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Bell. We got to get into ICF because Joe is just chomping at the bit right now.
Oh, and Reese is chomping at the bit to hear it. I'm trying to get through comments as quickly as I can.
Okay,
so, old man, regarding our sponsor, I feel as if I just ate a gas station wiener pill. LMAO.
Nah, man, gas station sushi. Dude, all right, you got to be new to this, old man. I've been a road warrior for a very long time, and the finest sushi that you will find in this land is at a Quick Trip. All right, no shit. They have sushi laid there in there. Belle can attest to it. She's seen me purchase it. Live on the wild side, bro. You got to get better at this. Belle, carry on.
All right, Sigea fan, also regarding our new sponsor, OMG, clip this ad and make it standalone. Promote it on social. Get views.
Absolutely. We're going to make that happen. Carry on, Belle.
All right, Cash Alpha, I need some of that degen draft. All I got was a domain for sale.
Man,
rugged again.
You got a winner here, Joe. Did you know that, dude? I know you dreamt it up, but you got a winner here, man. I think we have to reallocate some resources. There's tons of distilleries. There's tons of breweries right here in the great state of Iowa. I think we can make that happen. That'd be funny, man. That'd be like the Red Arrow. We're up here toasting everyone with degen draft. Every time I drink, my bags go down. That's it, man. What a catchphrase. Carry on, Belle. One more, and then we're going to get to the ICF.
All right. So, old man, tell Scott his degen draft is in Discord.
Everything is in Discord. You got to show me the icon.
He came up with a graphic. It's on Discord.
Is it any good, Belle? Be honest. I don't want to break his heart. You break his heart.
I'm not going to break his heart. I think it's funny.
Okay, funny is good. We'll animate it. We'll put it up next time. Congratulations, old man. Now, here's the kicker, bro. I got the bags right here, man. Check it out. No. Look, actual bags that hold actual stuff. You see it? I'll go big screen here. Look, actual bags that hold actual stuff. We have shot glasses, we have mouse pads, we have T-shirts, we have all kinds of fun stuff in here. And I will send you one, Randy, because I know that's your name, Randy. But what you have to do is send me your address via Sigea Cloud to the podcast, THE Podcasts. And you send me your address, and one of these is going to be in the mail to you on the way tomorrow. Because Belle said that your graphic is good, but you got to send it to me on Sigea Cloud. If you can't, that means you're not using it. And we are sponsored by Sigea Cloud, so I'm sure you understand that. Anyway, I'm going to turn this one over to Joe here for a second, Belle. I'm on the wrong screen because Joe's got some ICF concerns that he may or may not have. We talked about this, Joe. Don't hold back. Give me your opinion. Everybody out here wants to hear what's going on. You are a pot stirrer. All right. You're a shit kicker. You're all of those things. Let's go ahead and get into
toxic.
it, Joe. You are toxic as all holy hell. So go ahead and get into it, Joe. What are your concerns right now?
My main concern is, besides all the other concerns I laid out about foundations earlier, where they just don't get it done. And even if they do, there's no reasonable way that whatever they build, develop, deliver on is going to make its way into the token that they shill to unsuspecting retail. But the misdirection and the rebrands is concerning. But after last week's liquidity event, are we allowed to say that? Is that
Yes.
the politically correct way of saying that all this is bullshit?
Yes.
The liquidity event that was, it was manipulation if you were long. Adam is threatening to first of all, Adam went to zero. Okay. There's no liquidity for Adam, even on Binance, the biggest exchange. Binance is the exchange that listed Adam because they love the Cosmos tech. And when CZ reached out to, I don't know if it was AIB or Interchain Foundation, one of the founding orgs, they said, hey, we would love to list your token. They were like, no, we don't want you to list our token. And he listed it anyway because he was such a big believer in Adam. There's not even liquidity on that chain. The wick went to zero. It bounced back up to $3, which was somehow spun as a victory on Twitter, even though that's down 30% from what it was the week before. Now it's threatening to go below $3. it's the liquidity and the token price is a disaster. And that's the case in all of proof of stake, because you can't have a liquid token if 2/3 of it is staked or locked up into some crap. So there's that. During all these rebrands and, Interchain Labs is coming in. We got the Skip team. They made something good. So now they're BD and all that. They were relentlessly trying to improve morale, which I could appreciate. I make content. I like to have good morale about the things that I cover. And they said, we're putting together a team. We're going to have this group chat. And the conditions of the group chat is you're privy to information before everyone else, and your job is to scrutinize it, give us feedback, but you can't share that information outside the group. I have a couple DMs with Interchain Labs, and they say, yeah, you'd be great in the group. We need that no BS New York energy.
Okay.
I'm blocked now, and I didn't even talk in the chat. So I was in there, and it was just a bunch of random people. There was nothing official shared in the chat. There was nothing to report. Individuals sharing their own ideas. One guy released like a 40-page paper that when it was run through AI, says a 99% chance this was made with AI. So there's nothing substantial going on there. I wasn't there for a long time. I get a DM from Interchain Labs. Hey man, your content is really toxic lately, and I'm over it. So I blocked you.
Okay.
And my response was, all my content is negative. I'm skeptical, honest, and worried legitimately about everything in crypto, precisely because of all the things going on with foundations, those that issue tokens, the promises, the lack of delivery, and most importantly, no one talks about the intricacies of running an actual business. It's just everything's free. Everything is paid for in the token. There's no revenue. There's also no expenses that are disclosed either. So that's where I'm at with the ICF. I don't like their funding habits. I pulled up just now while we're in commercial. Let me read this to you, and then I'll tell you how I interpret it as an advocate for the end user, retail trader, speculator. The Interchain Foundation allocated a $26.4 million budget for its 2024 funding program.
Wait a minute.
It's a big
fuck you. I'm gonna stop you right there.
It's a big foundation. They got over $300 million in reserves, not only in Atom, but in lots of tokens and cash.
Ugh.
Okay, but this is what it says. Supports the development and adoption of the Interchain stack. So from their position, Cosmos, the blockchain doesn't really exist. Cosmos, the tech stack, is what they're interested in. Development, salaries. Just say salaries, right? And then adoption. Why are you paying people to adopt your tech if it's so good? That sounds like subsidies, right? Like what are we doing here? And I'll go back to my original. You could kill me after this. Proof of stake, delegated proof of stake, as it is in practice, is no different. They've done a speed run actually of these European socialist democracies where you have a bunch of self-appointed leaders who you can never get rid of them. They take half of everyone's money. In crypto, they take everyone's money. And they just think that because they're good at one thing, they're good at everything, and they know how to spend all that money better than you. And that's what we're at with proof of stake, delegated proof of stake. So
wow,
that's that.
That's a little harsh. No, I mean I fully agree with you. I would go much harsher. Literally,
the foundations are basically the Senate.
No, And I get it, man. Look, I love that you went political with it. You know, I'm a political kind of guy, so I love that you went political with it.
I don't like it, is what I'm saying.
No, and
Didn't
that
they name that chat something like the coffee house chat or something?
no, that's
No,
Joe's
no,
chat.
it was a private chat. Invite only. You had to agree to the terms. I agree. I want to see what's going on. Like there might be a time where I buy back into some of these tokens that I've cut my losses on, or, you know, got out by the skin of my teeth on. There was nothing shared there in the 2 weeks or so that I was in there, but then I was banned. I was blocked on Twitter. I was not banned. I left that chat because there was just nothing happening.
See, and I never got an invite, and I am officially the voice of the cosmos. You know why? Because everybody else ran. Everybody else beat feet. They took their ball and they went home, and you all fucking left. That means that I am the de facto voice of the cosmos, and you guys are fucking up everything that you possibly can. There is not a single thing that you can put your finger on that has worked. It's not even been close. You are literally in bed. Your foundations are in bed with your validators to make sure that your validators stay up there in top 10 that vote your shit the way that you want them to vote your shit. And I mean, look, you want to see a perfect example? Near protocol.
You just reminded me of the other thing.
Near protocol. Do I even need to mention this?
Not yet. I forgot one thing.
For fuck's sake. Go ahead. It's your show. It's not like I have any purpose here. Go ahead, Joe.
You know what else really grinds my gears about
what grinds your gears, dude?
The foundation delegation program should be abolished. There is no way to achieve economic alignment or community alignment with a program in place. I get why they do it. Every proof of stake network that I've seen does the same thing, where they sit on a treasury of tokens that nobody paid for, and they stake it and they farm the inflation. I think it's a huge conflict of interest. It jeopardizes governance. You're diluting your own investors, if you want to call them investors. I don't think they should have it.
Nope,
yeah.
I got you, but let me tell you why you're wrong and see if you agree with this. You are looking at this from a premise of a rational, reasonable, business-focused person that wants to make something great. Now, if you were going to look at this as a person who is simply trying to extract value, would you create any system different than the one that we have right this very second?
No, it's really good for the people on top. It's actually flawless.
Yep, you're right. You see, again, dude, you gotta step.
There's no way to improve it.
You gotta step out
at
of
all
this Joe bubble and assume the worst. That's always been the issue. You don't assume the worst, and I do. And that's always kind of, because if I was going to design a system that is simply about max extraction with zero skin in the game, I would build the ICF. That is exactly what I would build. And
so you're saying
when
you play Monopoly with the rest of the Sigea Foundation guys and gals,
yeah,
you're the banker. You're not rolling the dice. You're the banker.
Yes,
is that what you're telling me?
I have to pretend that it's only my money that's involved in this. Therefore, I have to make very smart and educated decisions. I have to answer to Bella for every single decision that I make. And if you think she could be a bitch on here, you should see it when the cameras aren't on, because I have to deal with her every single day, because she is, in fact, the chief executive officer of Sigea Cloud Labs.
Let me just say this, because there's a chat here. They might get the wrong idea.
Okay.
I have seen Bella with the cameras off, and for what it's worth, she's lovely.
Oh,
so
okay.
chat,
You sucking. Oh my gosh, she doesn't even have a penis that you can go down on, but it seems like you're trying to, dude. No, hey, good for you, man. It's got to be a New York thing. I've met you. We've hugged, huh? We've docked.
Multiple times, and then you went to sleep shortly after.
It was those gummies, man. Somebody gave you guys had to be there, man. It was at NFT Nashville, about 2 years ago, and there were some cool guys.
Hasn't even been a year.
It hasn't even been a year. No,
There were some cool
I mean,
guys
Joe
there,
remembers.
and they had a little baggie, and they said, "Hey, you should try one of these," and I did. And I was
And
like,
meanwhile, I'm sitting there going, "No,
Oh,
not
Guys, if you've never
here.
had a 200 milligram gummy in a red
my
state, you ain't
God,
living.
man. No,
Jesus.
I tell you what, for 30 minutes I felt fine. I was like, "Oh, these guys are full of shit." And then that fucking thing had a delayed fuse like you wouldn't believe, man, because the next moment I'm grabbing Belle by the elbow, and I never ever do that. But I grabbed her by the elbow and I'm pointing. I was like, "Belle, look at the moon. Did you look at the moon?" My mind was gone. I had to get our bodyguards to drive me home because I was like, I am gone, man. There's no way I'm driving this vehicle tonight. Anyway,
yeah, I was
Belle,
a little bit grumpy.
we're a little bit, yeah, it was a weird night. Anyway, we're a little bit over time. I didn't even get to Near Protocol, who, by the way, decided
Another lawsuit waiting to happen.
that who had Near Protocol, the foundation, Joe's favorite people, decided that a 50% cut in emissions would be appropriate. I don't even think that's close. You need to go 90-95%, man. Nobody's using your shit anymore. You're done.
It shows you everything, every misconception you have about decentralization.
It's sitting
It
right
just-
there. And the joy of this, Joe, is that they put it up.
I love it.
They put up the proposal. The proposal wouldn't pass, even with their own delegations that are sitting up there and their validators. Even these guys were voting abstain. They didn't get consensus to pass it. So the Near Protocol just de facto said, "Fuck it, we're doing it anyway." So every single time that any validator up here is going to upgrade, which they're going to have to do because the chain upgrade, inflation has been cut by 50% on Near. So if you're holding Near Protocol and enjoying all those rewards that you're getting, they're about to be cut by 50%. It doesn't matter what you have or how you vote.
Good.
These foundations are going to do whatever the fuck
That's
they
exactly want. That's exactly why governance is a joke, because whatever you vote for, somebody still has to do it. And like, what if they just don't want to? Like, if let's say we all vote, you get 100% consensus to add one line of code to the Cosmos SDK. What if the engineer is just like, no, I don't want to? There's nothing, you have absolutely no recourse whatsoever. Let me tell you what governance does really well from the foundation's point of view. You say, I don't think a worst case scenario.
want.
I'll leave you with this.
Okay.
If a foundation acted unilaterally and made all the changes that governance was voting for without consulting, they probably leave themselves open to huge lawsuits, liability, breaches of fiduciary duty and all that stuff. But the fact that they put this crap on chain, they could always say, well, look, we were told to do this. This was consensus. The infrastructure layer and the community layer made this pass. That's why we did it. It probably is a liability thing. Near Protocol should not have put that on chain. If they were going to do what they did, they should have just did it. And then they would, the community of holders is telling them don't do it. Now they're doing it. Now they're at odds with their investors. I think this is trouble. I think this is another possible lawsuit brewing. I can't wait. I've been waiting for lawsuits for a long time. Everything is wrong. And the only person that gets screwed are the retail traders who buy the token at fair market price. I want to see holders suing the validators. I want to see validators suing foundations. And then I want to see foundations suing other I want to see it all, because you need a shakeout here. Everything about this is wrong. None of this would fly in the real world.
Oh, God.
There's an SEC for a reason. You can't just make a company and then start selling your own money to who you refer to as investors when they're not. It just doesn't work. So Near Protocol, this is going to be really good, I think.
Yeah, and I'll sum up your entire argument with, and yet here we are. Bella, quick, Joe's got to go. Whatever we got,
And I'm
let's go
still
ahead.
buying tokens somewhere.
You know
I hope
what?
you're not buying Near. My God, man.
I've
I'm buying a
actually
tone, baby. A tone.
Oh,
I've
geez.
actually got a question for Joe here because he is so giddy about these lawsuits. Joe, are you organizing the flash mobs to a cool tune, wearing a cheerleader costume when these lawsuits start happening? I
No,
mean, you're so giddy.
I like the lawsuits because it's the reality check that's needed in the space. I always believed that the reason why so many screwed up things happen in crypto was because it was gray area and it attracted a specific personality of person to the gray area, and they pushed the limits, even going over the line. Like, we got the Do Kwans and the SBFs, but this space has attracted the worst of the worst, the unemployables, really, that became CEOs in this space. And then they set up their own rules that they got to break. Near Protocol just broke their own rules. Code is not law, I would argue. And they made fake money. And then they sold it to people and said, you're an investor. It's like a stock. No, I never believed that. When you get sold a token, what you're doing is you're buying a token that you can now use to pay gas with. It's a gas token, right? Are you gambling that the gas token might go up? Yeah. Are you taking the risk that it's probably going to go down? Also, yeah. Just call it what it is. And this space is full of pretenders. They never wanted to admit anything. All they would say, they would go as far as say, this is an experiment. It's not an experiment. You're putting all the risk onto retail, taking no risk and pocketing all the profits. Retail, if they make money at all, it's by pure luck and chance.
Oh my God, dude, that's a whole nother show. You just queued up
It is
the next show. All right.
And I ask you this. I used to ask this when I would interview NFT holders, because NFT creators, they're issuing and actively selling a token. I would always say, if I buy this token, what am I actually buying? That's it. That's the question, and almost no one can answer it.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. All right, quick belt. Whatever we got up there, we're going to lightning round it. Joe, me, yes or no answers only. Let's get through all of them. Joe's
Awesome.
got to go. Go,
I'll
Belt.
do it.
All right. So, Reese, you too needs a blockchain.
Yes, I agree. Go ahead, carry on, Bell.
Nico J, it seems that FET holders are switching to Tau.
Also, yes. Carry on, Bell.
All right, Reese Williams, Skip made one thing, a front-end router for IBC. Insanity then to take over the entire eco.
You can answer this one, Joe.
Fair point, but it was needed. One of the wallets should have done it long before they did it.
Did you not understand the terms here? They're yes or no.
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
Go ahead, carry on, Bell.
All right, Reese Williams, ICF has like 52 engineers. What do they do?
I got this one. Yes. Go ahead, carry on, Bell. Carry on, Bell.
Regarding the hot mess that is ICF, old man smells like a 15-year-old's bedroom hot mess.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yes.
I'm having such a good time. Go ahead, Bill.
That was actually the last one for the moment.
Perfect.
Although old man does say, okay, because we all know Joe said no to the flash mob idea, but he really means yes. Old man says, okay, I'll donate $20 to that.
There we go. We'll give him another round of applause. All right. I appreciate it, guys. We haven't done a crypto stream for a while. I'm going to, we're going to do them weekly. All right. There's too much going on. There's too much malfeasance, too much bullshit, too much everything. And I purchased new clothes on Amazon on the Amazon Prime Day. This shirt was $4. I paid $4 for this, and Belle said it was excellent.
How are we going to do them weekly when we're out of town pretty much every other week?
On the weeks that we are in town, because we're out hustling for Sigea Cloud, getting users. I understand that's a weird concept, but that's what we're doing. But when we're in town, we're going to get Joe up here. We got to bring these back, Joe. What do you think?
The Crypto Inferno?
Yep.
Scorching our way through the crypto universe?
Yep. I think we need to do that, and we're going to go ahead and continue to do it. So when we're in town, we won't be in town next week, but when we are in town, we're going to go ahead and get him on. We'll get Joe on, and we'll just give them hell because fuck it.
When you're not in town, we could do a space. We did really well with one of those spaces, like 1,000 listeners. You remember that?
I do.
The first one we did.
Yeah. Talk to
Yeah.
Belle. She's a show producer. She says, Scott, here's your microphone. Start talking. I go ahead and do that. It was a wonderful time, guys. I appreciate it tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow. Me and Belle will be back tomorrow, and we'll be talking about whatever the hell we want to talk about. Appreciate it. Appreciate the questions, feedback, all that other stuff. Hope you guys had a wonderful time. Joe, you get 30 seconds to say your piece, and then we're turning it over to Belle. You will not hear my voice on this channel again. Joe, 30 seconds. Go.
No booze, no crashes, no girlfriend. Degen draft for the traitor in you.
All right, get us out of here, Belle.
Ooh, all right. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. Now, Scott and I are going to be back on tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In between now and then, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, including hate mail you want to have forwarded over to Joe, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself, Scott@thepodcast.com or Bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night.